Welcome to Embody Your Brilliance, a podcast for visionary daughters of immigrants and creative entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Eunice Kimian, somatic life and business coach, mom, and Korean American eldest daughter of immigrants. Each week, you'll hear stories, insights, and conversations to help you embody your unique brilliance beyond survival mode, so that you can design a life you actually want and grow a peaceful, profitable business you're proud of that supports you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Embody Your Brilliance. I'm your host, Eunice Kimian, and today I just want to come on here and give a little pep talk of sorts because I've had a very similar conversation with multiple people, multiple clients, friends, myself this past week, and it's just something that I feel that needs to be said and shared as a reminder to you. And the message is, you are a star, okay? It is okay that you are a star. You're meant to shine. And the mantra that I keep telling myself is, I am safe to shine. I am safe to shine. The sun doesn't apologize for shining. It just does. And I want to come on here because particularly as daughters of immigrants, women of color, folks of the diaspora, just anyone who feels that the societal conditioning or the way you were raised in your family or the way you were treated in the workplace or in school somehow made you feel that it is not okay for you to shine and that you need to fit in, shrink, be palatable. Maybe you were told explicitly or not explicitly that your voice is too loud or too little or too much or too needy. And I'm here to tell you, please remember who the F you are, okay? You are doing amazing. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are already brilliant. Keep going, keep shining. So if you know deep down in your heart, you're a star and you're meant to be big, you're ambitious, you have a dream, you have a vision that's so big, and you have a moment of doubt or you're wondering, am I being crazy or am I being selfish or why do I feel this pull towards bringing my offering, bringing my voice, bringing my face, bringing the brand, like whatever it is that you're birthing into the world and growing, why does it feel so deep down and so strong within your body and soul to bring this to life? It's because you're meant to, okay? Our desires are a clue and it's not random. Like if you chose to play this episode and listen to this episode, it is not random and you are meant to shine. I'm telling you. And I'm saying this over and over again because I don't know if you heard this growing up. I don't think I heard this growing up. I mean, I was a high achieving student and, I got a lot of external validation from that point, like academically, grades wise, all of that. But in terms of creative expression, I don't know. Like, I don't even think I validated myself. I just told myself that that's not something I needed to prioritize. And maybe I did receive that validation, but for whatever reason, I spent so many years in my adulthood feeling blocked creatively and also have felt many cycles of doubt and lack of clarity around like what I'm meant to do on this earth and what message I'm supposed to share with the world and what medium I'm supposed to share this with. There were so many questions along this path of becoming who I am today. And I know that for me today, like I needed to hear this too. It is okay to have a big dream. It is okay for you to have a big personality. It is okay for you to want a lot of things. It is okay for your vision to be as big as it is. If anything, how can you allow yourself to dream bigger, envision bigger? And I'm not saying you have to, but don't feel like you have to shrink or make yourself smaller to feel accepted, to feel loved. Because if you're afraid of judgment, if you're afraid of haters, if you're afraid of being canceled, if you're afraid of all these different things, no matter what, they're gonna exist. The haters, the judgments, the doubters. So might as well shine. Might as well do the thing that you actually want to do. Might as well bring your vision to life. Yes, there may be haters. Yes, there may be judgment, but more likely than not, you will have many more people who are rooting for you, people who want the best for you, people who want to feel your warmth, people who want to feel your energy, who want to be part of the movement that you're building, and they want to see you succeed. They want to see you shine, because the world will be a better place if all of us could just be in our brilliance. If everyone in this world could feel safe enough, feel resourced enough, feel loved enough, feel enough conviction in themselves to embody their brilliance, the world would be a better place. And it's not a zero-sum game. Just by you shining doesn't mean someone else won't be able to shine. You expressing yourself creatively, authentically, in your fullness, undiluted, is contagious. You embodying your brilliance is contagious. It gives others the signals of safety to be able to also shine in their brilliance. And the world wants you and needs you exactly as you are, imperfect, undiluted. Even the parts that you feel like you need to hide, even the parts that you feel like you need to make more palatable, we want you undiluted because that's what makes you potent. And I know because this is also something I'm working on. Because my default is I subconsciously automatically tap into what will others think? How will this be perceived? Do I need to make this more clear? Do I need to make this more relatable? And then you start asking these questions, it's a slippery slope. And all of a sudden, the diamond that you are is chipped away on all these different sides to fit into this mold, and it just loses its essence, the unique brilliance that you have. And in this world of AI generated content and all the things, we don't want more of the robotic, perfect version of us. We crave humanness. We crave realness. And the most magnetic people, the most magnetic expressions that we feel drawn to is because it's real. It's because who they are and all the parts of you are just coming out without you suppressing any part of you to hide. I know that a lot of us have this push and pull relationship with shining and hiding, and that's so normal. But it's like, how can we create a sense of safety? How can we cultivate a sense of safety in our bodies in order for us to express ourselves freely and fully? And also, how can we cultivate a sense of safety externally, like an ecosystem of safety, a support system, so that we don't have to do this by ourselves? Because I don't view this as only internal work, right? The inner work, yes, like we want to cultivate inner safety in our body in order for our nervous system to feel resourced enough and safe enough for us to take the next step. But the waves of doubt that come are so normal. I feel like some of us experience doubt and then we start wondering, oh, maybe I was being silly. Maybe the vision is too big. Maybe I'm just being unrealistic. Maybe I'm not all that. Maybe I'm not a star. What am I thinking? All the negative talk starts happening, right? Especially for me, I notice that with my menstrual cycle, I flow through these different moods and it's like a little wave. And around the time I get my period, I typically experience some sort of doubt or probably just like low energy. I just need to sit down and rest. But I just can't help but there's a little lingering feeling of doubt. And I remember thinking, is this just my period or is there actual meat to this doubt? And I think, first of all, I think it was my period. Second of all, I noticed that the most successful people, the most peaceful people are the ones who don't necessarily take that doubt or setback or frustration or whatever it is and just spiral down and down and down. Rather, we validate that doubt, we validate the fear, the confusion, whatever it is. We just feel it, let ourselves feel it, but don't internalize it. Don't make it into a whole story about why you don't deserve this, why you feel so much doubt. Just normalize it. Let's normalize that on your entrepreneurial creative journey. It is so normal to feel doubt. It's okay. It's just part of the journey. And if you know that every single person on this earth feels doubt at some point, maybe it gives you permission to just be like, okay, I feel doubt in this moment. What can I do to help myself feel less doubtful? And it might just be time. You want to sleep on it. Maybe you have already designed a support system around you so that you know where to go and you know the mirrors, the cheerleaders, like the people who are going to help you pick yourself back up. Maybe you need a little treat. Maybe you need to go for a walk. You want to create your own ritual or toolkit for this in a way where your body responds well to it, right? So every body responds differently to these different tools, techniques, rituals. So knowing that you might feel doubt at times, instead of trying to completely squash it or get rid of it, how can you just accept that this might happen and basically create a toolbox for you where you know how to navigate the wave of doubt? It's about knowing who you are regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what other people are saying, regardless of the doubt, regardless of the fears. It's knowing who you are. And if you know you're meant to be big, you're meant to succeed, you just know deep down that's what you're meant to do, the best thing you could do is develop high conviction in yourself and your vision. Develop belief in yourself and your vision. Because I'm speaking from the perspective of an eldest daughter of immigrants, where when I chose to go the entrepreneurial path, there was a lot of doubt and questioning coming from my parents, who I know they love me and I know they support me in the ways that they do. But, those questions of, are you sure? How much money are you making? How much money are you going to be able to make? Why don't you just work at Google? Why don't you just work for the government? Those questions. And the number one thing that's going to help you bring your vision to life and become the star you are meant to be is that you have to believe in your vision and believe in yourself, because that is that unshakable self-trust. It's like a tree trunk with deep roots, right? So when wind comes, it's not going to knock you right over because you have deep roots. And so, especially with an immigrant background, even in one generation, we are making such a big jump. It's no wonder that there is either doubt, friction, or worry or fears coming from our families or whoever, our surroundings. Because if you know that you're meant to be bigger than where you are right now in your current reality, that means that your self-concept, who you believe yourself to be, is bigger than your current circumstances. Of course, there's friction. Of course, there's this feeling of doubt, fear. It's so natural. So we have to believe in ourselves. I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's so true, because if you experience a setback, you experience a wave of doubt, instead of making that into a whole story about who you are and why you're not meant to do this and going down a spiral, because you have that unshakable self-trust, that tree trunk of belief that you are completely deserving and worthy of this dream and of the vision that you have for yourself, it's unshakable. No matter what people say, no matter what your family says, no matter what the haters say, you have that. And how can you feed the tree? How can you feed that unshakable self-trust? Okay. And part of it is surrounding yourself with support that understands that basically believes in you just as much as you do in yourself, if not more. I think that's huge. So I just felt called to share this today, that you are meant to be a star. Your light is meant to shine regardless of who is watching right now. You are brilliant as you are. Please keep going. Please keep shining. Doubt is normal. You are doing great. You've come so far. It's time to lock in. It's time. It's go time. I feel this way for me. I feel the momentum. I'm going. I'm shining. Are you with me? Because let's go together. Let's shine together. I'm here with you. So if you're here with me, let me know. Join me in my free somatic visibility workshop called Safe to Shine. If you're ready to take your visibility to the next level, to expand your presence, to dial up the volume of expressing your unique brilliance, undiluted, integrated, and magnetic, to finally take the action that you want to take, sign up. And if you're ready to explore what working together would look like for you and lock in together to bring your vision to life and help you fully embody your brilliance and take your business, your creative expression, all of it to the next level, book a one-on-one clarity call. Let's dial in together, figure out your plan, and make it into a reality. All right, talk to you soon.